Hey, what's going on, guys? Vega here from SerpentX Special Forces. Got some special guests with me today. Nemisist and
Yo.
CryptoMykel.
What
Uh,
up?
I will have links to these gentlemen's channels in the description below. Crypto and Hot Rod's YouTube channel. And actually, I need to throw CryptoMykel in there. CryptoMykel is a surprise last-minute guest to the show, but I wanted him to come and join us. We're going to be doing some testing of the RTX 3090. Nemisist actually did some on his channel yesterday. Just trying to play around with stability and stuff like that. So we're going to be doing that, talking in between, as well as discussing some of the issues that these GPUs have been having. New architecture, new process, what the AIBs had to go through, Nvidia, all that good stuff. So thank you for joining us.
Being able to buy one is a big problem.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
That is problem number one.
Right?
Uh,
You just gotta go. You just gotta go
luckily,
find a
Nim
guy.
got one. He enlisted Nefarious' help. So, but he actually had like feet on the ground, had to wait in line, physically wait in line at a Micro Center, because it seemed like Micro Center was the only store that actually physically got some.
Right, Micro
Like an
Center,
actual
last
yeah.
refuge.
Best Buy did not get any.
And that's
no,
that's
Best
very
Buy
stupid.
did get them. Best Buy did get them, but they were
in the
online
warehouse
order.
only. Yeah. that's
Oh,
what
they
I'm saying,
were
but, like,
online
physical
only.
stores.
No. They were only selling them through online for physical pickup.
Yeah, they shipped them to the store for you to pick them up.
Right.
They should have had it. They should have sent them out to all the stores.
Yeah, the store itself was not carrying anything.
Yeah.
Like, they did not carry a single thing. They were all for online purchases. They had to be shipped to the stores.
And I applaud
I
Micro
imagine
Center.
they did that is because I bet they didn't get theirs in time. I
No,
bet you their shipments
They
were
came
delayed.
late. Yeah, they can't. They can't. They probably came late. But I applaud Micro Center for what they did. I mean, Nefarious and Nemisist. I asked them. I was like, so nobody's trying to cut? It's like they had their own little community outside of each of these Micro Centers. And did you see the Bitwit video? Any of y'all see the Bitwit video? Bitwit Kyle? Dude,
Yeah, I seen
they
that.
made a list. They put it online, tiny URL. Like, they were coordinated. And yeah, there were some people trying to cut and skip and all that stuff. But realistically, it was just a community of people, gamers, that like legit gamers, right? Not there were some scalpers, right? We had two females trying to show up and scratch people's names off the list and offer people money for their spot or their GPU that would try and play dirty. But it was good to see the community, gamers or miners, trying to work together to be like, okay, you're first in line, you're second in line. Just try to talk and work through it because there was a limited availability.
He even had a few scalpers and people trying to like scam people out of his locations, both the locations. Barry said it was one guy that went to both.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the one guy stood at the location I was at, and once he realized he was not getting a card there because they only had 3 cards, because I guess the EVGA recalled some of them that they knew were going to be a problem with their power management and for the crashing issue. So our location went from 11 GPUs down to 3 GPUs. Once that happened, dude went to the guy first in line and offered him $1,100 for his position, for his place.
Did you take it?
No.
Okay, good.
And then another guy offered him $500 plus a 3080.
Nemisist, can you go ahead and get that get your share screen going?
Sure.
I know the one guy that had bought a 20 Ti prior to the 3080 launch.
Yeah.
Turned around, got his money back, so went back, returned it, got his money back, and then was able to offer somebody in line. I forgot how much he offered, and then get the 3080. So I think
he gave him like $500.
So 500. He still had money for the
500.
3080. And so he got his spot in line and got the 3080. That was some smart move. But he wasn't a scalper, from my understanding. He was just a gamer that was just an opportunistic.
Yeah,
All right.
He just lucked out an opportunity. He said there wasn't very many people, from what I understood, like in line for the 3080 where he was from. It was like
Gotcha.
some weird town too. Like it was not like a real big city.
Yeah, at the other location where
That's
Nefarious
wish I had
was
a Micro
at,
Center.
where the other location in Chicago that Nefarious was at for me, there was Nefarious called him the Fortnite kid. So it was like a 13, 14-year-old kid standing in line trying to get a 3090. Everybody was like, yo, we got to make sure that we get him a card. And make sure that he gets a card.
Yeah, he was saying that like the kid was doing it like his homework or whatever. Like
yeah,
the whole time he was doing
his homework, doing homework the whole time and everything. Being a good,
Go ahead and throw up Phoenix Miner. Go ahead and start running it so that way we can talk while we're watching.
For cheesy.
Yeah, dude, I remember him saying that.
So
that the kid doing his homework and stuff.
They all thought he was number 12. Turned out that he was actually number 13. The number 12 guy turned around and gave dude the card.
That's nice.
He's like, here, he gave him the voucher and let him buy it, dude. I was like, dude, that is baller pimp stuff. Nefarious tried to get make sure to try to get his information so that he could basically send him some Bitcoin for it. For no good deed ever goes undone,
Yeah.
All right, so
let's see 150 mega hashes. Right. We wish. Maybe.
Oh, let's go ahead.
Not today. With generic drivers.
Right.
And beta miners.
You're gonna do the 80 power limit. What are you gonna do on the MAM? All right.
Okay. So yeah, well, I'm gonna do this all at stock, so everybody can see what it does. Stock out of the box. If you did absolutely nothing. Yes, I want my own fan curve. It's the only thing I'm going to play with. So I don't like my cards getting hot.
You don't have to do that because we want to see the HW info too.
Okay, no problem.
There you go. Nice. I got the pictures of us right in the middle between the miner and the hardware info. Hardware info, GPU power is the number we're looking at. Unfortunately, Nemisist does not have a kilowatt meter, but software power we can ballpark it. Add a few watts here and there.
Full of GPU-Z.
We compared it yesterday. Hardware info and GPU-Z is spot on. The reason why you would use both is to verify if one's off and one's not. But Nemisist got the latest version, so we're good.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
All these numbers, too, by the way, guys, I already have recorded from Nemisist live stream yesterday. If you want to go and check out that video, show him some love, hit the like, make a comment. But I'm going to also make a little quick Reddit post, and he's going to be developing his own data set and graphs or spreadsheet for you guys.
Yep. So right now we've got about 284 watts rolling, and we're getting 106.6 mega hash right now.
Not bad.
And that is consistent with what I got here on our spreadsheet that I sent to you yesterday, or my doc that I sent to you yesterday. So 100% power limit, 0 core, 0 mem, 106 mega hash at I have 290 watts, but it looks like it's actually pulling a little bit better than that. We did notice something during Nemisist live stream yesterday. If you do overclock and your computer crashes, when you go to try to launch the miner, it's going to act funky. So it's best to do a fresh restart. So I guess once you find your perfect setting, your perfect clocks, and just restart the system, apply those perfect clocks, and let it ride from there. But if you crash while you're testing, you might want to restart your system. Otherwise, your numbers are going to be impacted or affected.
Oh my god, yeah, it's like the driver is fashioned like an AMD driver. That when it decides to crash, it like almost kernel panics, and you got to sit there and just reboot everything. Unless you can catch it before it does its hard crash. Like if it just slightly pixelates and you can turn it off, you're good to go. But if it does a screen flash, reboot.
Yeah.
That's an AMD thing, I always thought. And this is the first time I've ever witnessed it on Nvidia.
Well, AMD doesn't have the driver team that Nvidia does. Nvidia has a pretty good driver and development team. However, this is new architecture. And anytime there's new architecture, as everybody here knows, it's going to bring new issues that they're going to have to adapt and overcome for. Real quick shout outs to the chat. Thank you for coming, Max Voltage, Nefarious Technology. I know you're working. Thank you for stopping by. CryptoMykel is in the chat as well as live with us. And CryptoMiner is in here. saying he wants to see the 150 mega hash. The H stats 2, please. That's a Phoenix command, I'm guessing. H stats 2.
Yeah, H stats.
Max voltage. It's
full stats.
We're just doing some testing. Nemisist is a kind man and always likes to mine to the devs' wallets or donation addresses. Not your donation addresses, but to the devs. And we're just testing it out. So yeah, it's going to the EU pool. Yeah, there might be some latency between the US and the EU, but we're not really worried about that. We're just getting some basic ballpark numbers. Obviously, if you're mining, you want to make sure it's a pool closest to you and your location.
Right. It's not going to affect what the hash rate you see on the miner side. It's only going to affect what it sees on pool side. So if you're not mining to yourself, it doesn't matter if you got a latency.
It's going to affect your shares more than it'll affect your everything.
Your hash rate. Exactly. Hash rate will always be the same.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead. While it's at 100% TDP, go ahead and bump up the memory. Leave it be. Try bumping up the memory to 600. Just the memory only.
Okay. To 600?
Yeah, let's do 600.
600 on the mem. All right. And I'm also curious. I want to get the ETH pill on here.
Do you have it? Do you want me to send it to you real quick in Discord?
I've got it. I've just got to port it over onto the PC set onto this one.
Well, go ahead and launch that and see if you can port it over. I doubt it would do anything, but I'd be interested because it is a GDDR6X, and the ETH pill helped out 5X, so I'm curious.
Right. Let's see here.
Chat or anybody that's with me right now, what is the command in Phoenix Miner that's kind of like Claymore's strap 1, strap 2 command? Anybody know? Wasn't there a command? Let me see if I can look it up on my other screen. Like, Red Panda did it, but I can't remember.
I don't know off the top of my head. To turn off the auto. To turn off the auto and just set it.
Oh, the GPU. That's right. The GPU, where it's optimizing the GPU and stuff like that. Do I need to turn off your screen for temporarily, Nemisist? Anything gonna pop up that we don't want to see? Okay.
No, it's all good.
Put your porn away, man. I'm joking.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, what is it? Guide me to boost. What is it called? Nobody in chat knows it? Well, drive safe, Nefarious. Thank you for stopping by. Once I have all the data together for the 3090, because this card is not physically in my hands, I'm just going based off of what Nemisist allows and /GT. Thank you, CryptoMykel. I knew it was something. It was -GT, and that's to stop it doing it automatically. But then you got to find like the perfect number, which doesn't always happen. I should just
usually what you do is you let it run
and find out where it's at.
You have to watch it and catch where the auto tune stops.
Auto tune
tells you your number because it tells you what to type in. It will tell you.
Auto tune
but you have to like catch it at that specific moment. You have to be watching the console. And that's set it per their settings. I mean, you can always mess with it, but just to get it to what they say, you have to wait.
Gotcha.
For auto tuning, and I think that's like 10 minutes, some BS like that. It takes a while. Good morning, Not Your Normal Miner.
Hey, Not Your Normal Miner. Yeah, seriously. Let us know. Where's your card at? Track it. Go find the guy that's shipping it to you and tackle him.
Yeah, he said, and it should be in the log files. Yeah, you can. You can pull up the log file of the previous and check.
Let me check. Validate that right now.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop
Thank you, PCB
miner,
guy.
and we are going to fire up the ETH pill real fast.
Well, what was that number at? We should have checked that number before you close it. Now put it put it back down to 0 on mem.
Open the log. Open the log up and it'll tell you. It'll be like
926, 816.
right there. You just gotta find it.
Control F is your friend. 108.3. Keep going down. 102. 103.
106. So it kind of bounces around.
So with the 600 mem, it didn't really do much because stock it was at 106 too.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying it's like these are all generic drivers. So like
they're not.
Whenever I got the 1660 Ti, like overclocking did nothing. Power limit was the only thing that I was able to control the hash rate at.
Okay, well then drop the memory back down to 0 where we started, and then open the ETH pill and try it again.
All right.
Ori SS, thanks for the super chat. He says I'll give you 5K for that 3090.
Oh goodness!
It's already happening.
Not your normal miner. He says waiting for the mailman as we speak. Probably waiting at the front door, like a puppy.
Tackle him. Hide by your mailbox and tackle him.
When are you coming? Hey.
Right.
All right, so we're about to find out if the.
So we got the pill running.
Right.
We're dosing the card, and launch.
Give it the pill.
And crash. I'm joking.
Right.
And crash.
I like the pill.
Is it the blue pill or red pill?
Suppository.
And
It's
I've
both.
been able to get my core.
It's the brown pill.
I was able to get the core to hit 2 gigahertz, and it didn't crash. And it looks like the card's memory is unstable at 10.5 gigahertz.
Nice.
So it looks like the pill has done nothing
To start with, yeah.
to start with.
Yep. So when he said the drivers, there's two parts to what Nemisist is saying. Nvidia, again, this is a new driver, day one driver. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the website on my own screen real quick and see if they came out with a new one. But not only that, these miners, as we discussed in his live stream yesterday, these miners are fighting to get these cards just like we are. Now, there are some people in the space that already had engineering samples, but the mining devs are in a position just like us, having to fight the cards. And with all the bots buying them, they're having to fight tooth and nail to get one. And until they get one, they're not going to be able to optimize their kernels. The keyword is kernels. They have to optimize the kernels in their mining software in order to fully utilize or take advantage of this new architecture setup. And no, Nvidia has not released a revision to their drivers. And the day one drivers that I've been playing with have been giving me issues on my 20 series, and then I've been seeing issues on the 30 series. So there's going to be some optimizations.
So we got a 0.2 bump
with the ETH pill.
Yeah,
that's
the ETH pill.
That's within margin of error. So
yeah, because it was at 106.12 or something like that.
That's what I have. Yeah, so 106.2. We're up to 106.5. So it did a little something, but
not much.
Barely even at half mass now.
Right.
This wasn't the Viagra we were hoping for.
Right. You just got a little chubby. It's not a fully.
Not even a chubby.
I did not say this channel was for children, by the way, YouTube.
All it did was get you in the mood.
Right. It got you thinking about it.
All right, let's go ahead and move on because we only got an hour. Let's go ahead and let's start doing some TDP. Drop the TDP to 80 and bump the mem up to 1,000 flat.
Okay, I'm going to leave the pill running in the background.
All right. Let it ride.
All right, so
80 TDP, 1,000 mem.
And 1,000 on the mem. And launch.
And I don't think it will crash, but while we're doing this, Nem, if you can go ahead and try to get Wild Rig. I think it's already set up. All we got to do is run the batch files.
Yep.
Right? Okay. We'll try that in a little bit. Let's see what happens. So again, GPU power is what the number you're looking at. Since we don't have a kilowatt meter, that would get us ballpark people.
We are running 278 right now. So it didn't really come down on power too much. We're running 285 to 290
Wow, that's crazy. Bringing it down 20%. Didn't do crap on saving power. Wow.
Yeah.
This thing is power hungry.
And well, I think it's the drivers and the mining software just doesn't know how to deal with it yet.
And you got MSI Afterburner 4.62. That's the latest one.
Yep. And I've got the latest drivers, 456.38.
What a life of a miner.
Life of a miner, man. Thank you for coming by.
Yo, what's happening? So the memory is at 10.5 gigahertz. It's still insane to sit there and see that kind of numbers, considering that my 1080 Ti will crash at 6 gigahertz on the mem. So 5.7 is like the upper limit before I start having issues. And I can mine it all the way up to 6 gigahertz on the mem. It's whenever I go to shut the mining program down, it just hangs up on the drivers and I have to restart my computer.
Yep, I've had that. Yep, I know that feeling. That's what my 1070 likes to do on my main PC. It likes to do that because I push it just a little too far.
Mm-hmm. And you go to turn off the mining program and the memory is still slammed out.
It's like fine, and then all of a sudden you close the miner and it starts artifacting the screen and you're like, oh.
It didn't even artifact on me. It just
mine would
memory.
Artifact,
it kept the memory pegged.
Oh yeah, that would do it too.
Hey, Nemisist, I think the ETH pill is actually hurting us right now.
Yeah, you're at 100 mega hashes.
We're at 100 mega hash. Yo.
Can we close out the miner and the ETH pill and then launch the miner again with the same clocks real quick?
Oh.
Christy, we need a new ETH pill. Hook it up.
Uh-oh.
We got to crash. We got to crash. Yeah, I think the ETH pill.
The 100 mega hash wasn't an issue. We actually lost them.
So the ETH pill is optimization of the memory timing.
What up, Panda? How you doing, Panda?
So
smash that FA like.
Good morning, Mr. Red Panda. By the way, guys, after this stream, Red Panda will be going live. I don't know if it's directly after us. Both Mykel and Nemisist got to leave in about half an hour. I got some things to do, but Panda will be going live with his crypto mining showcase. Quick question: the ETH pill that we got, that's a program that optimizes it optimizes the memory timings, right? Kind of like you're not supposed to run Claymore Miner with strap 1, strap 2, and the ETH pill at the same time because you can cause conflicts.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was trying to optimize timings, but it's only impacting us negatively rather than positively. I don't know. We'll have to see.
And of course, Windows decides I'm going to update on you. Why is my thing acting goofy now?
True Wave say stock and supply in Belgium is just unbelievable. I believe was also one of the first to get my hands on a 3080, currently placed in the 108 in queue. All right, well, good luck on that queue, and hopefully you get your 3080 soon.
Yeah, good luck.
Hold on here. I think I need to relaunch that.
Crashing on you?
Look, no, the my capture card's like panicking. It's like, what the heck is going on? I just barely wiggled my mouse.
Look at that 1080 Ti. I saw that 1080 Ti Nemisist. I saw that 1080 Ti. It's still rocking it. 10 series is still king in my eyes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a 1070 EVGA for the Win 3 in my PC, which I'm replacing it with this actually.
All right, we got about half an hour. We're gonna do that one more test with no ETH pill, 80 TDP, 1,000 on the mem, and then we'll move over to Kapow real quick. I do already have some numbers, as I said, guys. I'll put it in the Reddit post and link on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, please do so now. Also, follow these wonderful gentlemen that are hanging out with me, CryptoMykel and Nemisist, but his channel is called Crypto and Hot Rods, because we like cars too.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I should be going out to Mexico today. Savage Mind has been hitting me up asking if I was going, but lately it's been raining here in Florida, so slick
It's
track.
always raining out
not
there.
Good. It's been raining a lot though. It's been kind of annoying, man. It really is. It's like
is it true about Florida? About it's like if you don't like the weather, just go on the other side of town.
Dude, if you don't like it could be raining in your front yard and not in your backyard.
Right.
It'll do the same thing here, man. I've had it happen.
Oh my
It's
God.
weird. Driving down the highway and then all of a sudden just starts pouring rain. You're like, what?
Yeah, I wish I had more time, guys, but these gentlemen got to go, and I also have to go. But I'll bring whatever I can.
We'll also be live tonight on DCA Adventure.
DCA Adventure? What time tonight?
It'll be at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
So that'll be
9
9
p.m.
Eastern.
Your time, yes.
All right, I'll link it in.
All right, so 80% power and then 1,000 on the mem.
Yep. No ETH pill. Launch it up. Let's see how it does, and we'll move on to Kapow. Dude, why is DCA Adventure bringing up Disney California Adventure Park?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, you need to hit them up. That's
man.
copyright infringement. I'm joking.
We're trying to get, make sure that we can get when you search DCA, because if you just search DCA, that's what you get on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is kind of a bummer.
It is. We don't care about
It's okay.
Disney.
Disney don't care about you either.
No, they don't. Like, this small channel. Shut up, Chris. Talking to me, actually. I'm Chris, by the way, if anybody doesn't know. All right. In the description.
All right. So we are.
39 is doing good, Red Panda. We're just doing some testing.
Change.
We're at 105.
So look at that. Without the ETH pill, we went from. Let it stabilize.
105.
Let it
It's
stabilize.
like 104, 105. I know it takes it a minute for ETH to settle in.
But I mean, let's see if we drop back down to 100. Because if we don't drop back down to 100, then that proves the theory that the ETH pill right now, with current kernels and drivers, is actually a negative impact rather than a positive impact.
Right.
With ETH pill, negative impact. 103. Let's say 103 is the ballpark. Wattage wise, GPU power is still the 279.
279, yep. So it looks like it's starting to settle in at 102 and a half.
2.5. By the way, this episode is a Saturday morning episode of Caffeine and Crypto. It's at the end of the title of this show. I try to do it every Saturday.
Caffeine. Yo.
Yep. Nemisist got his caffeine. I got my NOS that you can't see. There you go. Mykel, what are you drinking? Cup of coffee?
I just finished my third cup of coffee.
Right, I got that Mountain Dew.
So, now I'm drinking some water because I need to, so I don't get a headache.
What kind of coffee do you drink?
Regular Folgers coffee.
Best part of waking up.
Copyright in a cup.
Yep.
Yeah, so
All right, so now it's starting to come down to 101.
So it's basically about the same, but for some reason the ETH pill introduced instability. Interesting. This is very interesting. This is the data I wanted.
Okay, so now we're at 100. So it didn't hit the it didn't affect the overall hash rate.
And it didn't do 80% didn't do crap to save power either.
No. So I could try to put it to the 1100 on the mem.
Go ahead. You want to try something without closing the miner? You want to see what happens?
What?
Go ahead and bump up the power limit to 100. Let's see what happens. 284.
Yeah,
283.
I was thinking kind of the same thing there, Johnny. I'm over here watching this from afar and just kind of watching it. I kind of agree with you. He thinks there's something wrong with your card. He goes, because you should 100% power limit, you should be at a higher power draw than 200. I do agree.
Ethereum Ethereum doesn't hit the core. The core is where most of its power is used. Memory
You're
is
using 100% TDP.
Yeah, but that TDP slider isn't really working like it should.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saying it's possible something is askew.
So we're back up to the 105.
Right.
And
okay, I'll put my shoes on.
Very interesting.
We'll go to 104 now.
I think
we are now at 345 watts now.
There you go.
So
see, I'm like not saying something's wrong with the card.
We're now at 113.
Something is askew.
I think it's software. I think it's software. I think MSI isn't really controlling the card like it's supposed to.
Yep. We got 117, 119.
Hang on, I'm gonna write this down. We're at 104 power limit.
Yeah. Which is running it at 345 watts.
1000 mem. 119 is what it looks like where it's settling.
Yep.
And then what's the wattage? Let's see. 347, 346.
So it's higher up there than the 3080s at 100%. So
and I mean, we don't know because I mean we had that one article that showed a 3090 mining, but we also don't know what the like if there was any overclock to it, if it was at 100% power, 104% power, like like we don't know that because it never said.
Yep.
You're just going off an article's pictures.
CryptoMykel noticed the same thing I did too. The core, when you were at 100%, the core, because we had it at 80, but when you went up to 100, the core stayed at 1100 megahertz. But when you went up to 104, it's now bumped up to 1740. So I think MSI isn't really like I think MSI needs to come out with a new version of MSI Afterburner. To be honest, either that or we need to use the Nvidia. What's the Nvidia tool?
Try GPU Tweaker or the Nvidia Inspector.
Well, he could.
Nvidia Inspector might actually be better in the situation.
Well, we got the number we wanted on Ethereum. This is going to take some more testing and stuff like that, which Nemisist will provide. So check out his channel.
Johnny says try 1300 men.
1300? No, we tried that, Johnny. Yesterday he did that live and it crashed.
You were trying that at 100% power.
Yeah, but it would crash in Windows. It would crash in Windows, so it's going to crash now.
It would artifact almost instantly as soon as the miner started building the DAG file. I was able to see it start to artifact.
Helpful CryptoMykel with the $5. Thank you, sir.
The core clocks.
I mean, the only thing I can sit there and really do.
Nvidia Inspector compute mode it maybe. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, that's what. In one of the videos of Dizzy mining, he went and turned compute mode on his 3080.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
That might be a thing. So look into that.
We're probably going to have time for one more test of Ethereum and then Kapow real quick. And you got to dip out, Mako?
I got to run.
Okay.
Everybody's ready and waiting on me.
So even bumping 100 plus 100 on the core really didn't do much.
No, I don't think the core is reflecting what you're doing in MSI. Something is up software-wise. I really think.
And this is how it was whenever I got the 1660 Ti. It's doing all the same thing.
Yeah, it was a power curve that was your problem in the 1660 Ti. Mine wouldn't even run. Mine refused, but you couldn't adjust power.
No, I was able to adjust power. But I couldn't, I could sit there and slam the overclock all the way full, and it didn't do anything hash rate wise. Which is what it's seeming like it's doing right now. Like, the only thing that's affecting is my power limit.
If you guys look, I don't have it up right now, but if you guys look in the description, I do have a CoinTree link as well. But I appreciate all
of donate.
So I think you would, all right.
All right, guys.
Mikkel, you have a good day. Be safe.
Y'all are awesome. Keep it up.
I'll talk to you later, Nam.
Yep, for sure.
Later, guys. Have fun. Much love.
All right, take it easy. So, Nemisist, I think you would have to restart. Don't worry about restarting now, but I think you would have to restart in order for that 100 core to reflect accurately. Let's go ahead and move on to Kapow since we only got 24 minutes.
Yeah,
and see
sure,
what happens.
For sure. So, we already tested that Gminer. Kapow does not work through Gminer at all. It just gets failures. So we'll go ahead with Wild Rig and see if it can do anything here.
Right-click that Start Raven batch file real quick and hit Edit, and let's see what happens. See if it's already got the... I'm pretty sure it has Kapow in there, but I just want to see. Nope, wrong one. You're on Ring. Next one down. That's very interesting to me. That's very... Okay, it's on Kapow. You're good. So if you double-click it, we're good.
Yep.
That's very interesting to me that you changing the power limit or adding core is not really doing anything. You know how you've been doing. Go ahead and launch it up.
I'm gonna put this to 0. This way we're getting baseline.
Just zero. Put everything at stock. Yeah. But you know how you've been on yesterday's stream. You always close the miner out before you started it up again. You probably need to keep doing that to fine tune. And then once you find that sweet spot, you know your clocks for your ETH. Save that profile. Know your clocks for your Kapow. Save that profile. So on and so forth. Because MSI is not updating like it should, it seems. I'm not sure. All right, so the intensity automatically is at 24 when I usually see 21, 22 on my GPUs on the 10 series. Work size 1024, CU 82, mem it sees all the mem. Let's see what happens. I
have never really used Wild Rig, so.
Yeah, until MSI comes out with an updated MSI Afterburner, I don't think it's going to work. I see we're losing people in the stream. I do apologize if it's not enough action for you guys, but thank you for sticking with us.
Right. Testing on new equipment's not the sexy part, you know.
Right. But I don't think there's anything wrong with your card. I think software-wise, you either have to restart your system or MSI Afterburner has come out with something new, and we'll go from there. Yeah, we saw that. That's actually something I wanted to talk about, the Deadwood, in today's stream. Thank you for bringing it up. We'll talk about it while we're waiting for things to kind of settle with Kapow. Red Panda real quick says, I wonder if Phoenix, different commands, MEV, DDC, CV, DDC, and all that stuff, commands will make a difference. Probably. That's where tuning comes in, but to do all that in a 1 hour stream, probably not. Nemisist, as I said, is going to be playing with it. The community supports him and communicates with him, so if you have any personal requests, you know where to find him and hit him up.
Right.
But as far as the GPU situation, we had Nvidia kind of screw up this launch, and the AIBs were just rushing. So we had Nvidia provide this information or this design. What Nemisist said was this base design. They didn't really have a reference board, but they had this base design. Here's the specs. Here you go, AIBs. And by the way, we're launching in a month. So they had to rush to kind of develop their own board, their own power, power supply as far as the PCB and stuff like that. And then the caps issue. It filters out. It filters, and some AIBs went with SP caps rather than MLCC. Really what you want is what Nemisist has. He has 2 MLCCs and 4 of the SP caps. And Asus comes out with 6 MLCCs, but unfortunately, Deadwood, those Asus cards, even though every single one, whether it's the lower quality all the way up to the top tier of the Asus Tough, they all have 6 MLCCs, but some of them are experiencing issues still. So it goes down to 2 things. Nvidia provided this reference design to these AIBs last minute. Here's the drivers. Do what you can. Those companies try to save money by using cheaper caps because it does cost more money on the pick and place machine to do MLCCs, multiple caps in that little tiny die area behind the GPU. That costs more money. So they're trying to save money, but they're trying to make it work. But also they didn't validate, right? So everybody has different real world, right? Like some people might be in Alaska where it's really cold. On their cell phone, they may have great performance, but their battery's drained. And then they come down over here to Florida or tropical conditions where their performance is hit, but their battery life is a lot better because of the temperature difference. Well, these guys are testing in labs, and they were just like, okay, this clock works, send it. This clock works, send it. They didn't really get to validate that testing. So AIB should have had more time to test their overclocks, and NVIDIA shouldn't have rushed it. And they should have set guidelines. That's what Nemisist said. They should have been like, this is what you should do. But instead, people were,
they just went, this is what you basically need. And they were like, oh, this is what we need? Okay, send it. Instead of going, this is what it has to be if you want it to run right.
Sorry, Nefarious. Just don't curse in chat for me, brother. But other than that, I know this is a little bit different from the normal, but just don't curse in chat. But yeah, they didn't do that. So NVIDIA rushed it. AIB should have had more time to test. The best way to resolve it is to basically downclock your GPU. And I know nobody wants to do that. I just spent $700 on my GPU or $1,500 on my GPU.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want to downclock it. But if you actually just move the TDP or power limit down to 95% and maybe the core clock down 25 or 50, you will see a negligible difference in performance. But there's a lot of variables.
That's some of the reasons why that's why I went and ran 3D Mark so quickly. It was like my first go-to test. Everybody's like, oh, it's supposed to be mining channel. And I'm like, dude, I need to see if this has got the 2 gigahertz problem. And then I want to see what happens when you heat soak the cooler. And the easiest way to do that is with 3D Mark, because 3D Mark does not care.
And temperature does make a huge difference.
Oh my God, yeah, and we're already running at 57C, and it looks like we're getting 46 mega hash on Kapow right now.
Let me write that down. So we're at stock everything.
Yep.
On Kapow, and you said 46.
Yep, 46.
46 mega hash. Let's see, 46, 46, 43, 46. And what's the wattage at? 300?
We are at 302 watts.
Good God. All right, let's,
This thing is cooking over here.
Let's show Deadwood.
Wow, that back plate's so hot.
Let's show Deadwood something real quick. Show him what happens when you use the power slider. Like, don't close the miner, but try to drop it down to 80, and let's see if it actually drops, and how much.
And sail it. That is the only thing you can really play with whenever you're mining. Is the only thing you can do is literally just play with power. If you try to change your core clock or your memory clock, you're either going to crash your PC out or you're going to crash the miner. And power is the only thing you can touch.
And the Deadwood, we noticed something like software-wise is happening with either MSI Afterburner to where it's not really reflecting actually. Look at those core clocks. 600, 615, 945.
Oh, yeah.
That's horrible. I wonder if we have to restart the miner.
Probably.
Like, close it out and restart it. Let's see what the mega hash drops to. Let me check chat. What version of AB are you using? AB. I think Savage Mine.
The AIB partner. It's the EVGA 3090 XC3.
Looks like MS Afterburner 4.63 Beta 2 has Ampere. Okay, so there is a new MSI Afterburner. You got to download the beta. I see a lawsuit ensuing against either AIB or Nvidia for this issue. It could be, but it's going to be hard to go against Nvidia, and it's going to be hard to put all the blame on AIBs when Nvidia rushed them. They were just, like I said, giving this information.
If they're gonna sue Nvidia or the AIB partners over this, then they need to start looking at AMD and how botched their launches are. I mean, look at the Radeon 7, fan failures, burnt up cards.
Afterburner, yeah, he's on 4.62, not regular beta. Go ahead, continue, Nemisist. My bad.
No problem. So I mean, like AMD with the Radeon 7 and people buying it, and then a few months later it's obsolete, and nobody got pissed off about that. And the AI and the Radeon 7 is still, you know, broken at best.
Not your normal miner. Hit me up in Discord when you got your card, or post your stream.
We're at 279, 278, 279 on the wattage.
We got a stale share too.
And we are at 40 mega hash now. 40.7.
That's at an 80 power limit. Everything else stock.
Yep.
278, 279. So that's the same thing that we saw with Ethereum as far as wattage. 80% doesn't do much. So it looks like we do want to bump it down to maybe 75 or 65 like you did yesterday. But this is good for testing because we got 13 minutes left anyways. Matter of fact, let me check Red Pandas. When's he going live? Red Panda, it says you're going live at 1 p.m. in 72 minutes. Are you going live at 1 p.m. or 12 p.m.? Keep streaming for another hour? I don't know about Nemisist has got to go, I think, and I got some stuff
I'm all good. It's up to you. So I don't care really.
We'll see. I gotta get my buddy Ed to move my car because we're definitely gonna use the TL to drive where I gotta go because I gotta make it before they close.
All right, I'm gonna relaunch this now that I put the power limit to 75. The core was just acting goofy.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, it's still sitting around. Do me a favor. Let's try it. And I know it's going to skew our results, but you want to try to download the latest version of Afterburner, the beta version? Or matter of fact, you know what? Do you have Discord open on that computer still? Or no?
I don't have it open, but I can easily open it.
I'll find it and I'll send you the link.
All right.
Because MSI Afterburner has, I think it's not really. All right, so copy link address. All right, there you go. I just sent it to you in Discord.
Cool. Sees that. All right. Yeah, so it didn't really make much of a difference on it.
No.
No, it's
and
still
look at the power limit. Power limit and the wattage are still the same.
I'm at 75%. Did nothing.
Mm-hmm. Red Panda just got a 5600 XT MSI. Nice.
Baller.
Go ahead and send that to my address. Appreciate it.
Right. I can just give you my mining address
and just mine to it.
Yeah. Pay that power bill, please. Don't forget to do that.
Thank you for reminding me, Nemesis. Thank you so much for reminding me. Let me see something here. If I bring this over, will you guys see it? Is the question. You will. All right, guys. So I'm small in the crypto mining space, and right now I know you can't see Nemesis or mining, but he's getting something situated. Nemesis, let me know if you need help. I'm just going to explain this real quick. So right now you see in my subscribers, I'm at 1.94K. When I get over to the 2K mark, I am not a man with any type of high amounts of money, but I am a kind man. I would like to, as far as a giveaway, come up with something. I can't give away any GPUs. I can't give away exorbitant amounts of crypto, but I will be able to at least point my mining rigs to a winner's address and hash for maybe 24 or 48 hours, still up in the air, to that miner's address. I will be willing to do that as part of a 2K giveaway, so stay tuned to my Twitter page for any updates on that. But we are about to cross 2K, and I appreciate the community's help and love and communication that we have with this group. By the way, I like the Riva tuner statistics when gaming, just FYI. Yeah. So like I look at that and I can see like GPU usage, memory usage. I bet you in 3D Mark your memory usage is probably only going to hit like a max of 84%. If that. But we'll see. Yeah, when you say giveaway though, like everybody goes crazy, all the bots show up, and then like everybody's there to claim Bitcoin or Ethereum. I'm not doing all that. I'll come up with an idea, but we'll see how things go. All right.
So now I've got beta.
Latest version of MSI Afterburner 4.6.3.
Let me turn Discord off so it's just one less process running in the background.
And by the way, real quick, this is what the Deadwood was talking about. You see this picture in the upper left here? The center section is MLCCs, which just to talk, I forgot the gentleman. I'm not sure if it was Max Voltage or who it was, but it does cost time, which is money, on the pick and place machine to put the MLCCs. And yes, those capacitors are more expensive than the SPs. Now, believe it or not, this is a pretty decent setup where you got two MLCCs and then 4 SP caps. That's really what you want. But more than likely, you're going to have 1 MLCC and 5 SP caps, which is perfectly fine as well. But if you have all 6, then maybe not so much. And I will be testing my Zotac, which is reported to have all 6 SP caps. I will be testing it. So if you want to do some live crash testing, I will be your crash dummy.
Nice.
I'm also concerned because Jay's 2 cents mentioned that when he had his mic on and he was by the rig, the interference would cause the system instability and crash. So think about that. A microphone, a wireless microphone connected to Jay's hip actually caused interference.
My theory is this, because like I like sitting there and taking a look at hardware and stuff like that. It's kind of my forte. I understand crosstalk. So and even Jay's 2 cents kind of hopped up on this. Even Igor's lab hopped up onto this too. So with the different chiplets that are on the backside, it's basically there to smooth out the power going to the VGA chip. So if it doesn't matter how much power you can give the core, if you can't give it consistently. So basically, if your power is rippling, the card's going to start dialing back until it stops seeing the ripple coming to it. So you're going to see performance take a hit if you're trying to push the boost on there because the power is not clean enough. So if it spikes and drops, you're crashing immediately. So if it sees 2 gigahertz and says, "Yo, give me the power, open up the flood dams," and it's like, okay, bink, and the flood dam shuts and opens up real quick.
Yeah.
It crashes.
That's hard to filter.
Right. So that's the job of what those chiplets are supposed to do on the backside of the PCB. And I think that whenever they cheaped out on it, the power delivery is just garbage.
Yeah.
So it's better to have less power going to the core if it's more stable.
And not to mention, I mean, maybe that's why Nvidia went to the 12-pin connector. It's cleaner power compared to the dual 8-pins. But there's still some research being done about that. As far as responding to Red Panda's situation, yes, the Asus TUF has 6 MLCCs. However, people with those cards are experiencing issues as well. Yep. So it really comes down to, again, drivers, a new architecture.
Well, the MLCCs aren't filtering the power good enough, I think.
No, they're not.
That's all it is.
So your overclocks, you're going to have to tune it. So each card is going to be different. You're going to have to find out where that limit is and maybe what components are interfering. I would be interested to see it in the mix with my cards in the middle of a mining rig and if those GPUs around it will be interfering or causing instability.
So with the new beta, everything's stock. We got 304 watts, and we're at 44.5 mega hash. So now
I'm going to say 45 mega hash between last test 46 and this test 44. I'm going to say 45.
Yeah.
You said 304, so I'll put 302 because we were between 300 and 304.
I'm going to yank the power on here all the way and just send it. We're at 71C so far. 72. We're using 365 watts. Oh my God.
The Deadwood. Good luck, by the way, with your car, your 4Runner. I saw that. Working on cars is fun. And I like to see other people that's in the crypto scene also being car guys. All right.
Oh, one of us.
He said, right? Less power ripples with more phases in electricity. Use a one-phase welder and a four-phase welder and tell me if you can't feel and see the difference. Exactly.
Oh my God, yeah, your welds are so much better.
Yeah, 364 watts. We're pulling all the juice.
All of it, every bit of the juice.
We're
at 100% fan right now. It ramped up on its own this time.
We're on the dyno. Nemisist is tuning, and I'm sitting there with the NOS bottle directly into the intake.
We're at 48 mega hash, running 365 watts, 100% fan at 63C.
So it didn't do anything for. Well, it did do something.
A little something. We're all the wattage in the world. Oh my God, 60 watts to get basically 3 mega hash.
Right?
That's not even worth it.
All right. Bear with me, gentlemen. I'm going to let Nemisist continue to ride. I'm going to inform my my colleague here something real quick. I'm going to mute my mic, but let's see what happens. Hey, Nem, after this, let's go ahead and drop back down to 80, but let's bump up the core to 100 and see what happens.
All right.
No, ma'am, just core. All right, guys, bear with me.
Oh, we just popped 53 mega hash on Raven. We are at 53 mega hash now. Yo, is it going to go any further? For 365 watts. We're almost at 54 mega hash. Man, this is a true hash drag right here. Wow. Oh, excuse me. Come on. Let's see what you're going to do fully. Come on. So as you were walking away,
what happened?
It went up to 53.6 mega hash.
53 point. Whoa.
Yeah, 53.7.
Well, just like X16R or X16. What was it? RX.
Yeah.
It gives it depends on the job, really. So like Kapow's one that an algorithm that we have to let run for a long period of time, but we don't have exorbitant amounts of hours, which is why some of this testing is going to be done behind the scene. Data that I get will be put into a Reddit, which I will link on my Twitter, and Nemisist will also be compiling a data spreadsheet. I know some of you have been here since the beginning, but I'm repeating that for anybody that's new.
Right.
We got 30 people watching. I appreciate it. This is probably the most that I had in a while since before. Because usually if I go after red, I get a lot of views. But when I go before red, because it's too early in the morning, I don't get a lot of views. But it is becoming afternoon right now here on the East Coast. So
well, everybody knows you got the 3090 being tested, and they're like, yo.
3090? It's like, does anybody know the Supra meme? Is that a Supra? Does anybody know that? Anybody?
No.
Nobody knows that? It's the Supra meme. That 3090? That 3090? You got a 3090? All right, let me tweet this out again.
Yeah, 53.7 is seeming where it's hanging out at. I've watched it post 4 cycles of it. It's running 66C. so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this.
All right. So 53, 53, and what was the wattage on that?
That was
365.
365 watts. So now I'm going to do 80 power limit. Let's go ahead and untether you.
I'm going to say 52 just to put it in the middle because the first tested 48. But
all right. And then do you have anything you'd like to do? What do you want the core mem at?
Let's do core 100 and just leave no mem because Kapow is a little bit more core intensive.
Yep. Right.
Red Panda, I'm still staying live for you, buddy.
I mean, it's nice to see that the miner actually recognizes that it's a GeForce RTX 3090. You know that the mining program is not compiled for it when it calls it by the board name instead of what it actually is. I've seen miners do that where, you know, it'll call out the chipset. Instead of it being, you know, a 3080 or a 3090, it would be, you know, the G104 dash whatever, you know.
Crypto mining rig showcase CMRS. I'm gonna make a hashtag for that. We gotta start hashtagging CMRS for Red Panda. Alright, tweeted it back out. Let's see if any bites come in. Anybody new? We got 31. Alright, let's check chat. So where are we at? We got 80 core, or so 80 power limit, and then 100 on the core. SIG 31.
And it looks like we're getting 39 mega hash right now. Let's let it hit for a few cycles.
My buddy's moving my car, so that way I could take the TL. The TL is the faster of the cars. My daily's a Camry, but the Deadwood says former Marine diesel mechanic here. Hoorah! I am a jack of all trades. Amen, brother. Home cars, PC, all around ground up. I could fix and smash it. Yes, Deadwood. Man after my own heart. That's what I'm talking about. Same here, man. Well, I'm a jack of all trades, a master of one, realistically. But unfortunately, the school that I went to get my degree ripped me off. So I'm a part of that. Actually, there's a court case tomorrow about it. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, most of the knowledge that I got was learning how to smash, take apart, and then rebuild or put back together. Actually, hardcore overclocking, BuildZoid, really good buddy of mine. We don't personally know each other because he lives on the other side of the pond, but he's very he communicates very well. And I talked to him in a Gamers Nexus Discord, and the community requested him to do his thoughts on the situation with the caps and everything. Right. And I'm in agreement with him as far as blaming Nvidia, but AIBs take some of the the brunt because they should have validated their testing prior to. But yeah, he did a really good video on it, so you guys have to check that out. Gamers Nexus hasn't done anything on it yet, but Jay's 2 Cents did it. Tech Yes City, BuildZoid from actually hardcore overclocking. So if you're interested in that situation with the capacitors, check those guys out. What we got so far? So we're at 40.
Yeah, we're at 40.9. At 278 watts. It doesn't look like even the beta version is really doing all that much benefit either.
The link that I just put in there is to the video from actual hardcore overclocking BuildZoid. Please don't leave the video. Watch it after. I'm gonna put it in the description. I should have done that instead, but
right click and open a new tab.
Right.
Don't click it over this video.
All right, let me write these numbers down. So we're at 80 PL, 100 on the core. So we should do 100 on the core, but at 100 PL and see if that actually makes a difference. So that's 40 mega hash. Well, actually, I think we already did, didn't we?
Not the 100 on the core. So I'm going to bump power. There we go. So now we're at 100% using 302 watts. And we're at 44.8 so far. It'd probably come up a little bit more.
What was the wattage, by the way, at the 80%? 279 again?
Yeah, 279 again.
So we're basically at 302 watts again. 302. Sitting around 44, probably moving up a little bit.
Accepted, accepted, accepted. Come on. Print. So 53.3. Or yeah, 53.3 on that one. So at 302 watts.
Hey, Techman stopped by. Thank you for swinging through, buddy.
Yo.
Let's see here. All right, so we got all that. Got all that. We're sitting at 45. 45. 55.
Yeah. 45.3. It seems to be very consistent.
No wonder the Loch Ness Monster keeps coming back. You keep giving him 350.
Right.
Last time when I had the card, when I got new cards, what I would do is I would stream on Twitch, by the way. I don't have a lot of Twitch subscribers. I don't really do much twitching. I do more YouTube. Maybe I should switch to Twitch every once in a while. But when I got new cards, I would do what did I call it? I call it no interaction streams. So you guys would just see my screen, me playing around with MSI Afterburner or whatever tuning utility, the wattage, and that's it. I'm probably going to do the same thing when I get my Zotac 3080. Yes, I know it's going to have poor caps. Yes, I know there's going to be problems. But as far as a mining perspective, I don't see that being too much of an issue. Nemisist says otherwise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be testing to see if this capacitor issue or these driver issues or whatever the underlying issue with these RTX 3000 series crashing is going to be impacting our mining capability. Because normally, even though we mine at a lesser power draw, Nemisist, what did you say yesterday? Something to do with the core is still going to impact us.
Yeah, if depending on the algorithm, I mean, Ethereum, you can eliminate the core out of it. So for an algorithm like that, you're not going to see it. But anything that's core intensive, you're going to see that you're going to have to dial it back. So you're going to see the difference between a good card and a bad card, especially running, Raven, Beam, something that's just all core intensive, because you're going to want to put, even though you're pulling power off trying to still get the card to hit its maximum boost. So if you're able to get your card to boost out to 2 gigahertz with the lack of enough capacitors to kind of filter out the power noise, it's going to ripple in the core, and when it ripples in the core, it's either going to destabilize or just glitch out and turn off. I think that's going to be a common problem that everybody's going to see.
So when we were doing 100 power limit but 0 everything, we were getting about 44 mega hash at 302 watts. Now we're at 100 core and we're getting 45 mega hash at 302 watts. So that's not much of a bump. Have we tried memory yet? Have we tried?
Nope, we haven't tried memory, so we can go ahead and shut this down and do some memory. Considering that this is a Windows-based Linux, you can always do double the overclock. So if you put 500 in Windows, that's like putting 1,000 on Linux. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put 500 in here and just kind of conservatively hit this.
You know, 0 out the core?
I'm going to leave the core right where it's at.
Okay.
We're going to add to, we're going to try to see if we can add to this as much as we can.
So 100 on the core, 500 mem. Probably going to be at 302 watts again. Excuse me.
Yeah, we're pushing 10 gigahertz on the memory.
I bet you if you had a spare 120 millimeter fan, plugged it into the PMW slot or pin on that motherboard and pointed it at the back plate of that GPU, I bet you would get better hash rates, believe it or not. Maybe by a few points.
Possibly.
I'm pretty sure EVGA was smart and put thermal pads on the back side of this PC.
Yeah, you can see the thermal pads in there.
Yeah, Tech Man. Yeah. Go cook your Agos. I know he's running it hot, and he's a temperature nerd. He likes to make sure everything runs cool, but we're just doing some basic testing. Yeah, 145 again. Yeah, or excuse me, 45.
Watts. Yep, 45 mega hash. So I mean,
I don't think it's doing anything.
Yep.
The mem.
And that was something that I noticed even before, like whenever I was doing the 1660 Ti. I mean, I could sit there and certain miners, I can just slam out the overclock, and it was like, did it do anything, or is that a placebo effect?
Right. Looks like it's a placebo effect. So if you get T-Rex miner, the one algo that I don't think a lot of people tested, and which is really hard to do, is MTP. But you got to get the latest version of T-Rex miner. Do you want to test that next, or do you want to just go to Beam?
Yeah, we can. I mean, I got Beam that I can sit there and rip on it right now. You can send me over the link real quick.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna send it to you right now. You're gonna need the CUDA 11.1 version because of your card. So CUDA 10 is for the 20 series. CUDA 9 is for the 9.8. Wait, yeah. CUDA 10 is for CUDA 11 is for the new gen. CUDA 10 is for the 20 series. But I think the 10 series can run on it. And CUDA 9 is I had to get the CUDA 9 version for the 980 Ti. Anybody have any words on that? Here's what I mean by that. If you look on the page that's overlapping right now, we got CUDA 10, CUDA 11, CUDA 9. I had to run 9 on my 980. I had to run the 10 worked for my mixed rig with 10 series and 20 series. And then the CUDA 11's for the newest generation. Let me know your thoughts in chat. So SIC31, you say CUDA 10, but is it for a specific series? Because CUDA 10 is what I ran, like I said, on my mixed rig with 10 and 20 series.
Yeah, it doesn't look like this did much of a difference.
Yep. Didn't do squat.
Yep. All right, so
Kapow is, we all knew Kapow was core intensive. Yeah, you could drop the PL. We dropped the power limit, by the way, TechMan, to 80%, 100%, 100 on the core, and got 40 mega hash at 279 watts. You could probably drop it down to 75% or 65% if you want, and your mega hash is going to be like 38 to 35. You know, turn it up some more.
I was just seeing where I had the fan speeds all at.
There you go. 75.
75. Oh. I hate when
Don't you hate that when that happens?
Yeah, I'm like, I did not click there, but whatever.
There you go. 75. Apply that sucker.
All right, cool. Bam, 75.
So I sent you T-Rex Miner if you want to get it downloaded.
You want to do Beam next, or?
Yeah, let's do Beam real quick. Let's see what Beam does.
So I've got it all at stock again. So let's send it.
I already got some Beam numbers for us. So at 100% PL stock, we were getting 53.8 mega hash at 313 watts. The wattage probably dropped down because yesterday we had some weird issues, crashes and stuff like that. And for those just joining us, if you're mining on these GPUs and you get a system crash, reboot your system because otherwise with the driver crash, it's going to cause issues and some of your settings will not take as far as clocks and stuff like that. We got a lot of questions coming in chat, or a lot of information. Let me check here.
Nice. So I got 306 watts, 307. We're at 52.3 souls.
So Sick responding to my question about the CUDA 10, CUDA 11, stuff like that, says I use a mixed rig too, no issues, but we don't know what we're going to do with the 3000 series. So yeah, go ahead and download the T-Rex 11.1 Windows release. Yeah, 53.2.
Yep.
That's right where I was talking about. So 53.8 is what I have here. We'll see what it goes up to. Before you launch Beam again, after we change the settings, try getting downloaded the T-Rex. Maybe next year, 3070, 3090 in hand. Because here in France, it's out of stock. It's out of stock everywhere, bud. As far as TechMan's question, didn't you say there's an FPGA that runs 4 mem and core and stuff too? I'm not sure if TechMan's talking to you, Nemisist, me, or somebody in chat.
So basically, Nvidia went to Samsung and got them to basically make an accelerator chip for them. And it's an accelerator chip is basically an FPGA. So basically what's going on is that they're taking some of the core load off of the VGA chip and putting it into an accelerator and then feeding it. It's like sitting there and taking a preamp and putting it into an amplifier to help drive your concert speakers. I mean, that's pretty much what they're trying to do, and it's supposed to help offload some of the RT cores so that it's not, so intensive.
I got a question here from, I believe it's Eli Menace. Forgive me if I mispronounce your name. He's got a whole PC. He could get a whole PC with proper motherboard, memory, i10 high-end AMD and RTX 3080 for $1,650 at the tax break. Should I resell the RTX and buy some other GPUs with profits? Which one he wants to know, and currently 5700 XT. So the 5700 XT, like Six says, can easily do anywhere from 56 all the way up to 62 mega hash, depending on the Silicon Lottery if you want or not. However, I am not sure as to the RTX. When you say resell my RTX, are you talking about the 20 series or the 3080 series? Because yes, you can resell the 3080 series for an exorbitant amount of money on eBay, ripping off somebody, but make yourself a pretty much a build out of it. If you can sell that card for $1,400, you can build a whole nother computer or just get better components.
Right.
Just play the game right. See how it is when your tax break comes, because we don't know what the GPU prices are. But you can at least start buying. I like to build stuff piece by piece. Like I'll order the motherboard and the CPU, and then maybe grab the memory next check, and then maybe grab the GPU the following check, and so on and so forth. But if you're talking about the 20 series, I wouldn't resell. If you're talking about the 30 series and you got one, go ahead and resell, and because there's rumors that there's going to be better variants of the 3080 and stuff like that with 20 gigabytes of memory. I don't know how factual that is, but I'm waiting for that card as well.
So I'm getting 54 souls on beam at 311 watts.
Reckless, thank you for joining. Yes, the telling some of the new Nvidias is not worth the hassle.
No.
But see, you say you rather wait for the RX 6000 series. Well, my friend, I'm sorry to say that the bots are not going anywhere, and they're going to be in this industry for a while. Now that they know how hyped up the gamers are and how pissed off we were, when what happened is we had all the bots do that. They've been doing this, but they've just been getting better and better. As technology gets better, better security measures, better protection is in place. Hackers or developers know how to circumvent those protections. And as technology gets better, so with the hackers or the developers making these tools, I think the RX 6000 series is going to be the same thing as the Nvidia series.
Right, and at the end of the day, I think that the new 6000 series, it's not going to outperform the 2080 Ti in any way, shape, or form. Nvidia just dethroned AMD as a mining card.
I don't know why my channel automatically hid that question, Reckless, but I can't unhide it because I already hit it again. But yeah, man, the 6000 series may be the same thing. We're gonna have the bots buy up all the GPU because they're taking advantage of the pandemic situation. I almost said the word. Yeah. I almost got demonetized for it.
Right.
But they're taking advantage.
Malware.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of the situation where we have this huge hype game. We got high demand, low supply. We buy up all the supply. I mean, look at they're still doing it for cameras. Ever since we started working from home, they're buying up all the cameras. Say, for example, the Logitech camera you guys are watching me through was $134 before the pandemic, and now it's $199 retail, but they're marking it up to $229, $230. And then the lesser 1080p cameras from Logitech are being bought at $74 retail when I got mine around $50 or $40, and they're being sold for $100. So it's a situation. With demand
it's actually kind of funny that since the human malware virus struck, that computer sales have actually jumped up about 40%.
Right.
With people losing their jobs and working at home, people are buying more computer parts now. They're like, yeah, since I've got to use this at home, it's not that good. It was basically okay.
All right, let's go ahead and switch gears here. Let's drop it down to 80. Or no, do a 100 on the core by itself.
100. And we're going to do 80 on the core. 80 on the power limit, 100 on the core, and sail it.
And when we were at 100 on the power limit, 100 on the core, 500 on the mem, we only got 53.5. So keep that in the back of your minds as we watch this. And this was during yesterday's, for anybody new, this is during yesterday's live testing on Crypto and Hot Rods, or Nemisist, the gentleman that's with me's channel. And
so we're back at that 279 power limit. It's like 80%. It's 279.
Yep. That seems to be what it is. I can see some people going to 75. But
right. It's usually I play with them and it's like between 65 and 75%. Because I use the power limit to help control temps.
So we're only at 100 on the core, 0 on the mem. So far we only dropped 2 mega hash from 100 power limit. The course kind of helped that out a little bit.
Yep. So yeah, it was like ramping up the more. Oh, no, it doesn't look like we lost anything. So we dropped the power limit.
So we saved a little bit of power.
Yeah, we saved a little power, and we've got effectively the same amount of hash rate.
Oh, I can see when I post this on Reddit, I'm gonna have a lot of angry people.
Dude, yesterday I had somebody come up on my channel just putting down just some snotty comments on there, and we were like, yep, that's a gamer that's pissed off that I've got one. It's like, yeah, it's my fault that the bots came and sniped them all off, and it's my fault that I stood in line to get the same card you could have stood in line for.
Right.
Don't get mad at me.
For anybody that's new joining us, my name is Vega, and this is the SerpentX Special Forces channel. I have my friend Nemisist, YouTube channel Crypto and Hot Rods. His link is in the description. He also does DCA Adventure with CryptoMykel and a number of people in the crypto mining space, which we'll be live streaming later on today. Just to recap, we're just playing around, doing a little bit of testing. We're not going to be able to get every single variable, every single algo, every single command prompt or item that you can put into these miners, but we'll be doing some testing offline and just compile information. I will put my information on Reddit. He will put his in a spreadsheet. But this channel, at least my channel right here that we're watching on, focuses on technology, but not just mining, but also gaming. My goal is to help people out there, maybe address some questions and test out any variables. So if you would like to subscribe, go ahead and hit that button, smash the like button as well, and thank you for joining us. So 53.3, yeah, we didn't lose much. We lost like 1 mega hash. But see, that's crazy. So when we were at 100 power limit, 100 on the core, 500 mem, we were at 53.5.
We didn't hit. No, it was 0 and 0 on the core and the mem, with 100%. I turned it all.
No, that was earlier. I'm talking about from yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So mem doesn't do anything.
Nope.
And we hit 53.5 mega hash at 312 watts. And we just now earlier hit 54.8. So mem doesn't do anything with beam hash, which we already know, just like Kapow.
I'm gonna try 125 on this.
On the core?
Yeah, on the core. We're gonna see if it gives us a good bump.
Okay.
Because that's usually where I run my 1070s at and stuff.
125 on the core. Got it. But yeah, the 100 power limit, 100 on the core, 500 on the mem. The only thing that was higher was the power draw, the wattage, because we got the same mega hash, 53.5. I don't like the placement on the 3090 for the memory. I don't like the fact that they put a GDDR6X memory module at the bottom, squished between the hot GPU die and the PCB that's drawing all that electricity. Why would you put one there?
Well, it's like they've got memory module on one side of the PCB, memory module on the exact opposite, and the GDDR6 and the GDDR6X memory modules are flip chip designs,
so
which puts the heat right at the PCB.
Right at the back. So one heat is soaking into the other.
So it doesn't really make much of a difference how much thermal pads you put on the back side of the memory modules to any kind of cooling plate, because you're still not effectively cooling the PCB down.
Right.
And I get it that the PCB is able to handle some serious heat, but still.
How the heck did going up to 125 make us go down? See, that's why I'm saying, software-wise, something's going on. We need some driver optimizations and kernel. The biggest thing for those that are new is kernels. These devs, and I mentioned this earlier during the stream, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself, these devs, miner devs, are having to fight for these cards just like we are. Some of them in the mining space did get the engineering samples, but not everybody. And these mining devs have to get their hands on this card before they can make some optimizations to the kernels. So we just have to hang tight.
The 1660 took a month before the mining softwares were fixed. It was a month.
I like how people stop by and then just dip out. Say something. Let me know. Right? Talk to me. What do you...
They're like, oh, these guys have got the new cards and they're mining on it. I hate them. They're the reason I couldn't get my hands on it.
And it's not even the miners, man. It's the scalpers.
I know.
Quit crying, bro.
It's not us. I did not get any 3080s that I wanted. Yep. It negatively impacted putting plus 25 on the core. And you would think that if I was over pushing the card, it would have just crashed already.
Right.
So it's not like I'm over pushing it. We're not even hitting over. We're not even getting boost. And then if I were to put power to this, that's when we're going to see the bump. Like if I give it 100%, Like right now we're at 309 watts now. And now we're hitting like boost numbers because we're almost at 1800. Nvidia only said that 1710 is where you can rely on it at. 100% power, 125 on the core gets you 56.2. And it might go up another bit if we watch it print one more time.
The Deadwood says something interesting. Hints to issues with designers and engineers. If they don't use, they don't understand. I think that those that design engines should be mechanics for 2 years before they design, and I bet that stuff simplify fast or be faster, I guess. So
oh my God!
Like the engineers, I guess should be what he's trying to say analogy-wise is the engineers should be utilizing these GPUs.
I'll get on my soapbox with that one. Engineers try to make a great product.
Oh shit, we did go up.
And then the bean counters come in and says, hey, we need to shave off X amount of dollars. And then it becomes a garbage product that no mechanic wants to touch. I'll give a prime example. Buick with the Regals used to be able to take up the back seat. And actually there was a little panel with 9 screws, a gasket, and that was how you were able to get to the fuel pump. Bean counters came in, said you had to shave off money, so they had to eliminate the 9 screws and a gasket off of every car, right? So now, in order to replace a fuel pump in there, you got to drop the whole gas tank, which that just put time onto it. But it saved them money on their end, and that's all that matters. So I actually knew the fuel engineer for the Buick Regal, and he's like, I bought it for 5 years, and I'm like, thank you, you're a saint. And he's like, yeah, I mean, the bean counters came up, and they decided that the 9 screws and a gasket they saved themselves 90 cents per car. You know, you make 30,000 cars and saving yourself 90 cents. You know, that adds up really quick. And it's like, yeah, these engineers need to get down on the ground level and work side by side with all of us mechanics. But then the engineers, the bean counters need to come in there and watch what's going on. It's like, where are you trying to save money at? On the repair or on the manufacturing? Because like, if you're just trying to manufacture a cheap car, you might as well just let China produce everything for you and let it all break in a few months. I mean, not to pick on anybody, but Chrysler. Chrysler's like, oh yeah, Chinese people, we just want something, just make it work. And now Chrysler is the biggest laughing stock with their sensors.
Well, I think quality as a whole has diminished since our days in the industrial era.
Oh my God!
Where everybody had pride in their work. And,
oh my God! Somebody was talking about that earlier, and they're like, "Yeah, a refrigerator from the 50s works today. A refrigerator bought 10 years ago, 50-50 chance."
Well, we're doing Beam right now, so it looks like we're not getting much difference. Let's go ahead and set up T-Rex. I already got the numbers written down, but let's go ahead and set up T-Rex. I'm going to answer one of the questions here. So let's, Beam is not really a sought-after coin as much as it used to. I still mine it, but not so much. So let's say 53.5. We were pulling about 310 watts at current power costs, and let's say the pool fee is 1%. Calculate.
And then T-Rex,
there's your numbers right there.
Go ahead and pull the latest one.
$1.39 a day, $9.76 a week, 40.
And you said the CUDA 11, right?
Yeah, get the CUDA 11 one. Windows. Yeah. So there's your numbers. Not much. And then as far as Ethereum, we were getting, let me take note here. The best one that we saw was 106 mega hash, was it? Yeah, 106 mega hash. And then that was at a power draw of 226. 1% fee, power cost of 10 cents per kilowatt hour. There it is, $2.29 a day, $16.06 a week, 68, almost 70 bucks a month, $837 a year. And if you bought this card brand new, that's where your head would spin. A break even will be that many. Well, where is our break even? 652 days, so almost a year and some change.
So you want me to do XDC?
No, yeah, the mint pond one, the one at the bottom.
The mint pond?
Yeah.
And we're gonna do this all at stock settings and launch.
Thank you, sir.
Allow access, thank you.
Zcoin, MTP. Raven, Kapow. Alright, so we're at stock, everything, 100%. 00. Wattage is in the 315, 317.
Kitty.
Still 317, 316.
So 316, 317, 318.
I'm gonna put it at 316. We don't have a kilowatt meter, and I know the best way to test is with a kilowatt meter, but it's all good, guys. Just bear with us.
Yeah, I broke my last kilowatt meter. It can't handle a full rig.
What? We need to make the RX 580 great again with 50 mega hash, says 631. I wish.
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to keep up with chat, so my apologies if I skip your question.
So it looks like it's starting to. I let it print one more time, but it looks like we're getting 71 mega hash.
Yes. So ETH is still the top dog. Eli, if that's how I pronounce your name. I know I keep messing it up. Not paying for electricity.
320 watts so far.
Let me write that down. Oh, we went up. Good God, we went up.
Oh, yeah.
You're supposed to go down. What are you doing?
Yeah.
All right, so we're at, what is that? 7 mega hash, basically.
Right.
Kitty, you're just wanting some attention, huh?
MTP right now, the 2080 Ti for Zcoin is getting 4.6 mega hash, so we're 3 above it.
Yep, we're getting 7.
And I believe this is a core intensive. It does utilize memory, but it's core intensive.
At 321, 322 watts, it's like slowly going up.
Excuse me. I'm going to put 321 then. So 7 mega hash. Even we'll do 7.01. Excuse me, 7.09 mega hash. 100% PL, 0 core, 0 mem. I say next one, we should just increase the core but leave everything else the same.
Okay, so I will put 100 on the core.
All right, 100 herd.
And let it rip.
Crypto mining lifer. Good to see you, Shark.
Yo!
Taking on my money in poker. Good to see you, buddy. Haven't talked to you in a minute. Appreciate you retweeting, following all that stuff on Twitter, brother. Oh, and electric's included in your son's college apartment? Psh, I put all my miners in there.
Right? Until they start complaining.
Yeah. Why are you wasting so much on AC? I don't know. Well, it's better than college kids having a grow house in their dorms, you know. So I mean, if the administrators come in and they're like, oh, all this mining rates, it's not like you're gonna get in trouble compared to, you know, a whole bunch of grow houses.
You just tell them that you're doing a computer science experiment.
Right. My goal is to mine.
They should leave you alone.
My goal is to mine at least 1 Bitcoin before I graduate. How do you think I'm going to pay for my college tuition, damn it?
Right. So at 322 watts, let's wait until it prints at least one more time.
All right, guys, we're getting closer to the end of the stream. Right now, it is 12:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After this, we're going to be headed over to Red Panda Mining's live stream.
Panda Raid.
Yes, please join us in the Panda Raid.
We're getting 7.2.
This is after this stream. We still have about 18 minutes of your time. I would greatly appreciate if you hung out with us. But afterwards, we're going to be headed over to Red Panda Mining. Welcome you to join us. I will stay for a few minutes, but then I got to get going because I got to be somewhere before it closes at 2 p.m. So I will be driving. I will be, what is it called? Spirited driving on the way there.
Right. So yeah, 322 watts at 7.2 megahash. Yep.
So we're at 70. Hang on, we're at 70. Let me write that down. So we're at 72 or 7.2 mega hash at how many watts?
322.
All right, so same amount of wattage, 7.2. Let's say 7.27. All right. So what do you want to do next? Maybe go down to 80 or throw some memory at it. Oh, he walked away.
So give me like 15 minutes.
Friends coming over. That's real life. See, we're real life people. No fancy studio, no fancy craziness. Just not that anything's wrong with the studio. I'm just saying, like, we're just regular people, have regular jobs that love doing mining content, gaming content, all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
So let's try. Should we try bumping up the mem at this current?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm gonna do it at 500 on the mem. 500
is a good middle number. By the way, for anybody who didn't see at the beginning or towards the beginning of the stream, we did try 1300 memory on this card mining Ethereum, and it crashed in Windows. We tried 1250, 1275. 1100 seems to be the max memory for these series, depending on the Silicon lottery. But just be in mind, 1300 did crash. Now, I saw Steve from Gamers Nexus was able to hit on Port Royal 1300, but it crashed after a little bit. 1250 was unstable, but he was able to get close to the benchmark. So 1200 on his EVGA for the Win 3 was good, but it really comes down to the quality of the components, what kind of model you got, and stuff like that as well. So bear that in mind. And I thank you for the 25 people that stuck with us most of the way through the stream.
Thank you. You guys rock.
2-hour stream. I know not everybody can sit there for 2 hours or whatever. All right, so 221, we got 100 on the core, 500 on the
I know everybody wants to do a Bits Be Trippin' style live stream whenever you got new hardware.
Right. And I was watching him yesterday. He was trying to mess around with his 21 card rig, which is a beast, by the way. I love Carter. Bits Be Trippin', Miss BBT, the BBT crew, Todd. They're just great people. Mm-hmm. And they were trying to flash the GPUs, the AMD GPUs, but it's a mixed rig with some P106s in it, and he kept getting a BSOD, a blue screen of death. So I mentioned...
He found out it was a one riser on there, so...
That was causing issues?
Yeah, that's all it took was one riser. He didn't have any other risers with him, so he had it running with 19 GPUs in it.
Okay. Yeah, so it is a great community. I love it. Red Panda Mining is a great guy, personality-wise. He's like a like-minded individual. Nemisist shares some similarities with myself. So we're like deep into the hardware. We like looking at the PCB, soldering stuff, modding stuff. It's called hardware porn is what it's called, and we love
Nerd porn.
tinkering with that. CryptoMykel, as far as similarities go, he's got that entrepreneur spirit, and he's provided some guidance. So Chris Anderson's been a big part of that as well. They have Jay, who does some trading videos and insight on DCA Adventure as well. If you're interested in that, please check out DCA Adventure there in the description. But those are great people. Savage Mind, he's actually a local boy close to me. Really good guy, and we got to hang out in person. I'm very interested in his crypto mining closet. Hash Raptor, he's doing great things. I've seen him grow from where he was to where he is now. So the community as a whole has been great. The Crypto Miner Lifer, great guy. Like, everybody's good. Like, there's some parts of the crypto space that is just a bunch of negative Nancys, and it's just, I don't want to surround myself with negative people. I want to surround myself with people that are positive and trying to aspire and to grow as a whole. And that's why I do the videos that I do the content that I do, is to share with you guys my experience. And you guys give me constructive criticism. I am open for constructive criticism. Just be respectful. If you're going to come in here like some of the gamers did on my 3000 series speculation, on him, and Hash Raptor, there was a number of gamers that just went in there, were just very upset because they blamed us for hyping it up and the reason why they can't get cards. However, it's not us, it's the scalpers. And we don't want to fight against the gamers because we are gamers ourselves. But this group that I'm talking about, Red Panda Mining, Savage Mind, CryptoMykel, Nemisist, Nefarious Technology, Not Your Normal Miner, Crypto Nuffy, like there's a list, and it's pretty much everybody that I follow on Twitter, and there's a few that I don't. Life of a Miner, there's so many names that I can't. They are good people, and we communicate with each other when we can, because we're all busy, to kind of help out and share data, so that way maybe you can validate it, and you're welcome to join us. If I have a 1080 and I get these numbers at these clocks and these voltages, and you see something different, if you see my Reddit post, go ahead and comment on that. Hey, I'm getting this, and this. Try this, or try this command prompt in Phoenix Miner. Whatever. That's what it's all about. Communicate. Be respectful to each other, constructive criticism, and that's why I like about the crypto mining. That's a key word, crypto mining community. The crypto trading scene is a little bit more, cloak and dagger, so to speak.
Right. All right, so we are at 321 on the wattage, getting 7.1.
Yeah, I saw 7.2 there for a minute, but 7.1. So memory didn't really do much for us.
No.
Probably memory looked like it hurt us, just like earlier. I think what algo were we on? We tried the ETH enlargement pill or ETH pill, and for some reason it actually caused instability rather than helping us. So Christy, if you watch this stream, I know it's 2 hours long. I would greatly appreciate it if you know somebody, or you can develop a new ETH pill for the 3000 series. That would be wonderful. But we'll see. We'll see. We have to play it by ear.
For sure.
All right, so we got that number. We got 10 minutes left.
It almost looks like I can push more core to it, because it's not really even hitting its boost frequency.
Try leaving it where it's at and just do 125 real quick.
Yeah.
Actually, just drop the mem, because we know the mem doesn't do crap. Just drop it to 0. Mem doesn't do crap. So.
At least right now.
And then since we got 10 minutes left, maybe the last one we could do if we got time is dropping it down to 80 power limit. Excuse me. It's a bad thing about energy drinks.
Oh, yeah. Any kind of carbonation.
Oh, Crypto Mining Lifer. I forgot to mention his name. Dude, that guy can build a 6 GPU mining frame faster than anybody. And Savage tested him.
Savage smoked him after that. He's like, "Oh, we've got practice. I know what I'm doing."
Yeah. Savage is actually going to give me an 8-card GPU rig, but I upgrade my wiring. Things to stay tuned to the channel about. So I do have a 3080 on the way. I will be doing some live testing, probably mostly on Twitch, no interaction stream.
What's the game that you're trying to hit it up on that you want to see, like, good 1080p off of?
Well, I would like to see Battlefield. I like playing Battlefield 5, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but I'm also getting ready for World of Warcraft Shadowlands, which should have ray tracing in it.
Yeah,
I haven't played WoW in a while.
I'm sure you're not like you're like myself, and we're an average Joe that doesn't have a 4K monitor, because that's like a few $1,000s, and we don't have a $30,000 8K.
Yeah, I can run 4K. I do have a Acer Predator monitor that's the 240 hertz monitor, so it's pretty good. But I don't run 4K.
But that's not 4K. That's like 1440. That's like 1440p at most.
Right. All right, so let's see here. I'm gonna go through the questions while that thing's settling down, but I see that we did go up. Is there a way to ask you guys something when you're done with some specs? Not allowed to post a picture here or sub, blah, blah, blah. Little hardware and Discord. So I did open up my Discord channel. It's not as robust as Red Panda Mining's or anything like that, but I am in those guys' Discord as well. If you are in Red Panda Mining's Discord, DCA's Discord, Voscoin's Discord, Bitsby Trippin' Discord, I am in there. Just look for SerpentX SF, which stands for X Special Forces, because I military raised, but
because he's a whole bunch of hoorah over there.
But I will post in the live chat, not my description. I will post in the live chat an invite to my Discord if you want to join, because I'm not trying to have a whole bunch of robots in here.
We got 7.3 at 322 watts.
Let me write that down. Hang on one second.
Yep.
So 125 core, everything else 0. Where are we at? 321 watts and let's say 7.29.
Yep. And we're at plus 125 on the core.
So we didn't go up much on that.
No. So I'm going to drop it down to 80 power limit, which will drop us down to 279. I do have affiliate links in my description of this video and most of my videos. If you're going to buy something on Amazon, what you can do is click that link and then search for whatever you're going to buy. And when you buy something after you click that link, whatever you buy does support the channel, if that's what you're interested in. And the core starts acting goofy when I do it, so I got to like turn off the miner and then reboot the miner every time I mess with it. That's a little annoying.
Check your link to Reddit. Yeah, my CMV jacks on Reddit could have been banned because I was posting stuff about Kapow and each of the GPUs and stuff like that. I wonder, Reddit and Bitcoin Talk are not friends of mine. I mean, I'm respectful. I'm just sharing my data. I'm sharing my information, and they just get so, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk junk about them. I'm gonna be respectful. We'll just have to see.
The only thing I don't like about Reddit is that it just looks like a platform where people just complain or shill.
All right.
Oh, wow. So dropping it down to 279 wattage, drop the hash rate down to 5.9. But then it looks like I've got more on the core that I can give, though.
Sick. There's the Reddit link, by the way, in live chat. And then you can click my profile picture to do all that. Reddit is like, I'll pass or deny. Yeah, Reddit's a little bit picky. Even if it's completely unrelated product, it keeps a cookie for you to earn commission. Yeah, I only have Amazon affiliate links. I don't have any affiliate links to anything. So Nemisist.
5.9 at 279 watts. I'm gonna try.
At what power limit? What was the power limit? 80?
80, yeah. So I'm gonna leaving it there. I'm gonna bring the core to 150.
And what was the? All right. So hang on one second. So 80 power limit. What was the core?
Core was at 125.
And then what was the mega hash?
5.9.
All right, got it. Marked down. All right. Well, this is our last test, guys. Before we move on, last 5 minutes. Gonna go to Red Panda Mining. I see we're at 80 power limit, plus 150 on the core. I see it's kind of acting choppy. Might need a fresh reboot after this. By the way, if you're going to continue testing.
It did this after I dropped the power, so it looks like it's getting a little choppy because it's not being fed the proper
power that it needs.
Yeah.
Bear with me 1 second. So in the live chat for the people watching live, because again, I'm not going to point it in the description, is the link to my Discord. If you want to join, it's a new Discord, and then also Reddit, where I post any data that I have, new cards, new algos, if I have the time. But I'm a full-time employee, father, husband, so I do this on the side.
Side hustle.
Go ahead and keep going, Nemisist. I'm gonna grab something.
All right. So we are getting 6.1 now with an extra 25 on the core. No memory overclock, 80% power, so it's pulling 279 between the 2 8-pins and the riser. It's the motherboard, so it's up there in power pull. But it looks like it's settling in at 6.1.
So you did 150 on the core. Still the same wattage, 6.1. I wonder how high you could go on the core before it crashes.
That's what I'm like kind of curious right now.
Right?
Like I'm gonna shut it down and I'm just gonna blast this thing at 200.
Just FYI, we got 4 minutes to Red Panda mining. I'm going to share the link in the live chat while we're doing our last testo. I want to announce that I will be. Yashnik, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you, brother.
Should we put it on Aeon for this guy too, real quick?
Well, I have the Aeon numbers, but we only got 2 minutes before we start. If you want to switch over to that real quick, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I will as soon as it posts numbers on the 200 on the core. It's not crashing.
Because Red Panda's about to come in. Yeah, Yashnik, we did it yesterday during Nemisist stream, but yeah.
I will do it in just a moment. Come on, print.
It's not going to do it in time. It's not gonna do it
I know, right? No. God, no.
But the announcement that I have is that I will be doing a 2K giveaway. Stay tuned to Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. It's not going to be, like I said, I'm not a baller or anything like that. Savage Mind with another $5 donation. Brother, save your money. I appreciate it, but save your money. The giveaway is not going to be like everybody else's. I'm not a baller. I don't have a bunch of hardware I can sell or give to you guys. It's going to be a giveaway where I point my mining rigs to a particular algo pool and mine to your address for 24 to 48 hours. I may try to see if anybody in the community would join me, so stay tuned to the Twitter. Once we hit that 2K threshold, share, share to your friends, everything, all that good stuff to help out the channel. Once things start to grow, I could probably take some more time to make more content for you guys, but right now I still got a full-time job to take care of and a family, so.
Oh, wow. It looks like adding all of that negatively impacted. Oh, it crashed.
Yeah, so 200 core is too high, so I think 150.
It hit 2.2 gigahertz.
All right, go ahead and throw on some Aeon real quick because we got 2.5 minutes.
All right, Aeon, let's go back here.
Before we switch over to Red Panda mining. Well, it's the least I can do. I want to do something for the community at 2K because you guys help support me, but I don't have, I can't just, yeah. And then all the crypto that I have, I don't have a lot of it to where I just
and it's going on the aeonpool.tech.
Oh, whose pool is that? Nemisist?
I wonder whose pool that is. I feel like we
is
might
that
know somebody.
Yashnik?
We might know a person who knows a person that knows this guy.
We know this guy. Really cool guy too. Sponsored a great
really
poker
cool.
tournament. It was really fun. I got my butt whooped, but it was fun.
Right.
Oh, Not Your Normal Miner got his 3080 from Zotac. He's going to be doing a video on that as well.
100% power limit, so 307 watts. We are getting 560 souls.
What?
What?
Wait, Aeon?
No
Echo Hash 201? hyphen 9 or whatever you call it.
560 souls.
Wow. 100 power limit, no core. You know what's funny? Yesterday's test, we did that at 100 core and a 500 mem, and we got the same amount.
Yep.
Interesting. Wattage is up a little bit. 307 from 305 that I recorded yesterday. 307. So it's definitely going to take some time to fine tune and figure out this thing.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Red Panda Mining is going live in 50 seconds. 556 souls. We were at 560. We're at 556. What'd you type in?
I'm putting 125 on there right now, just on the core. Because I know Aeon's a core intensive. It's like, we don't care about memory.
Yeah. 125, 0 mem. Come on, post it, print it.
I'm trying to blast it real fast.
Print it.
And then we'll go over and do a Panda raid. Get that RPM raid.
Yes, guys, we are doing a Red Panda raid after this. And I just about posted my numbers for the thing. Red Panda takes we got a little bit of time. He takes a little bit, like he lets it warm up, play some music.
So
568.
568 at the same wattage.
568, nice. All right, good deal. Let's see what the next print is, and then we'll call it a day for Den because I got to get rolling.
Right.
Come on, print, baby. There you go. 567. So I'm going to leave it at 568. There you go, Yashnik. Nemisist is going to continue doing some testing. I'm going to put my numbers on Reddit. But Nemisist has the 3090. I do not. Subscribe to his channel. Hit him up in DCA Adventure. But for now, we're going to go over and do a Red Panda raid. He's already live right now. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Nemisist, you want to say any last words before we leave?
Yeah, definitely. Check me out. I'm going to be doing testing all week on crypto and hot rods. So if you'd like to see more ongoing testing, updates, and all that stuff as the drivers get updated with the kernels, with the miners, I will be sitting there kind of giving a day-by-day update on what I'm able to do, just like I was doing on the 1660 Ti. Bear with me that it is probably going to be a good, solid month. Possibly, if they can't get their hands on, these devs can't get their hands on it, we're going to be looking at next year before that everything's optimized. So don't be disappointed if it's not hitting right off the bat. Feel lucky if you're able to get one at this point. Enjoy it in your main driving rig. Use it as a good gaming card, especially if you got a 3080. 3090 is not the card that you're wanting to get for gaming and overall workloads. The overall workload is going to be on a 3090, but for a daily driver, the 3080 is where you're going to want to be.
Right. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. There's your closing words from Nemisist. You know where he's at. Crypto and Hot Rods, DCA Adventure. This is Vega for SerpentX Special Forces. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Red Panda Mining is currently live. Let's go over there and raid them. And you guys have a beautiful day. Thanks for spending so much time with me. 2 hours is the most I've ever done live. You guys take care.
All right, peace.